ECN Trade Technical Webinar. Good morning, my name is Rob Clayton. The Australian dollar still holds to a bearish sentiment. Firstly, from the rejection of 77.20.40, bearish outside range day, heavy day candle, another heavy day candle overnight as the market plummets away from 75.60 to a low of 74.40 and now closes underneath that resistance of 74.85. This in turn suggests further weakness towards 74.05.15 with the resistance capped around 74.85 to 75.05. Now, in light of the downside, a break underneath 74 cents would encourage further bearish sentiment. Technically, I am in favour of seeing this level challenged and maybe giving way. Now, if it does, then this would expose a further objective towards 73.50 and lower towards 72.90.95, maybe even lower as 71.5 cents. The euro overnight again stabs towards that top side resistance around 112.60.80. From the retreat, now looks towards the support of 111.90 to 111.45.50. And also with the dollar index pretty much staging a further advance, or should I say the dollar itself still looking quite bullish, would see further threat of euro breaking beneath 111.45 and then looking towards 110.5 and maybe even towards the objective that I've been holding for a while now, 109.50. Dollar yen surprisingly comes back towards the top side of 102.70.80 now of a challenge after rebounding very aggressively from 101.25 early yesterday. Looking towards the upside, a break of 102.80 would see a view to 103.50.55 with scope towards 104.10.25, which is back to where the recent highs were. Support now comes in at 102.05.10 and beneath that still major at 101.25. Well, the sterling bulls, even though they broke the trend in the last 24 hours to 48 hours, you can see here that the rejection towards that resistance of 133.60.80 now looks for a further move down, especially to note whether we've broken underneath that 132.10 support. The immediate downside target comes in at 131.65 and lower towards 131.30, and then with the objective holding towards 130.20.25 and reassess from there. Any advances on the day should be contained by the resistance around 132.30 to 132.90. Gold story very much with a great concern now because we are under that 1,320 level. Now looking further to the downside, we're looking at the 1,300 bullish foundations, or also to note is a 100-day moving average around that 1,305. If this pattern continues and we get a break of this 1,300, then I don't see any support until 1,250, a $50 drop. So keep that in mind. Any demand on the upside now would see resistance at 23 to 25 and firmer above there at 1,331 to 32. And to wrap up with oil, still very much on the downside and still looking towards the target of $43 to $44 a barrel. With any attempts towards the upside should still be contained by the resistance of 47.10 and higher towards that $47 region. Well, that wraps it for the day. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy your day ahead.